1410, the Buzz of Vancouver. Pack it up, pack it in. Let us begin another hour of Jenn and Joe with Jennifer Thompson and Joe Larry. And we're joined in studio by our new tech guru. His name is Akash Sablock. His website is andnowyouknow.net. And again, if you're around one of them internets right now, just go to radio1410.com and you'll see all the links of what we talk about. Because I know it's not a visual medium. It's kind of hard to talk tech stuff when you can't see it.
Well, it's not only hard to talk tech stuff when you can't see it, when you're kind of...
Not very techy.
Not very techy, kind of such as myself.
And we make no apologies for that. But Akash, welcome back. Now, you've got some really cool stuff here, and I know that, as we say, you can't see it as we talk along, but you can go to radio1410.com and see any of these links. What's your free? You got the Creative Zen Mosaic 2 gigabyte black. What is it?
You know, this is the time of the year. It's back to school, and it used to be one of my favorite times of year because I used to pull out all the flyers, lay them out on the floor, and pick out what I needed for school. And of course, these are the little bonuses that you need to have, and these will work for younger children, for high school children, and of course college and university. The Zen Mosaic is a tiny little MP3 player. It's about the size of a
credit card. I'd say.
Yeah. You know, and what it does is, the most important thing about it, it's got a clock, it's got an alarm, voice recorder. Really, really important. So if you're in class or you want to make notes or something like that, it'll actually record right on here. There's a mic built into it and a speaker built into it.
Okay.
Very
So it's just sort of like a portable personal reminder and things like that?
Yeah, but it's an MP3 player.
MP3, right.
Yeah, so really easy to use, nice color display. Right. You got video, you got photos, everything. Lots of fun to play with. And, of course, it's pretty good looking. So.
And what's pretty compact? What's something like that worth?
This is $89.
That's it. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And with 2 gigabytes, so roughly how much music could that contain?
You can easily get about 400 or 500 songs.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not wanting. So you're good.
Okay. Now, next on your list is the iHome IP47 clock radio for iPod and iPhone.
Yeah, that's a mouthful, isn't it? A lot of eyes in there, isn't there? This is a device that is basically a bedside clock radio. But it takes it one step further. You can actually put your iPhone in there. Now, a lot of these devices will have the standard connector, which is used for the iPod, so you can connect it. But these new devices that are coming out, they're certified for the iPhone. And basically what that means is that the radio waves don't affect the actual sound.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no static. So they've been certified for use with the iPhone. And that's the biggest difference. Now, what this one will allow you to do is use your iPhone, the music on your iPhone, to wake up to. Instead of the buzzer here, right? So, and plus you can, set different timers. So you can have radio at one time and your iPhone at one time. You can have different days, different timings. It's an amazing device that sits beside the bed and replaces the old clock radio.
And what is it? Which one of that is
which
one are we talking here?
Oh, we're talking about the iHome.
Oh, okay. No, but you don't have one in front of you.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bigger device, and that's about $200.
Okay, so let's move along here. The Sony Ericsson W760 GSM.
I've got
with wave controls.
Yeah, I've got two phones here. I've got the Sony Ericsson W760, and I've got the Motor Roker U9. Now, the 760 is a phone here. It's coming
up the sliding contraption.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that for text messaging and for emailing?
Yeah, because basically what you could do is just leave it closed, and it looks like a little tiny stereo system. So it's got 2 speakers on the front, and you could actually use it just as your MP3 player while it's closed. And then, of course, you open it, you have a numeric keypad at the bottom to use it as a regular phone.
Okay.
The older versions, and I used to find this, and it was really annoying actually, is when it was in your pocket, when you were pulling it out of your pocket, it would actually open and answer the call for you.
Oh, okay.
Right. But the newer ones, the sliding mechanism is a little bit more, it's a little more sturdy, a little bit less sensitive, so to say. So it's got some neat features on it, whereas if you're holding it in your hand, you can actually just wave your hand left and right to do the control. So true hands-free listening and usability.
And pretty good quality with Sony Ericsson?
Very good quality sound.
How much does that retail for?
It's about, they start at about $99 depending on the plan that you get for the phone because it is a cell phone. And really good controls on it. I like the display that they've done. It's very bright, and of course you can use Bluetooth. You can use a Bluetooth headset. So, and that's where the hands-free comes in great because you've got the Bluetooth headset. You don't have the phone in your hand. You can just sort of wave to the next song.
Okay, so that's one phone. Now you've got the Motor Roker.
The Motor Roker is a slightly smaller phone, but the beauty of this one is the size of it.
Yeah.
And it looks like a Pebble, but it's got the new OLED display, which is the organic light-emitting diode display. Uses very little battery, so you're talking about 360 hours standby.
Really?
Yeah, so you got a lot of standby time on this thing on a tiny, tiny little phone. So it works really well, and the display is very clear. And it's even though it's flat on the top, if you take a look at it, it is flat on the top, but the buttons do appear for the MP3 controls.
Okay. So, and what's the advantage of that then?
Well, I mean, basically when it's in your pocket, it's small, it's tiny.
Right.
Even if it's kept in a purse, it's small and tiny. And the display, it's quite difficult to actually scratch the top of the display.
Okay. What's the value?
Same thing. They're about $99 depending on the plan that you get.
Okay, let's move along to the Microsoft Office Student for PC and Mac.
Oh, how I wish I had that. So I was doing my essays. This is the Microsoft Office version designed specifically for students.
Right.
And the basic difference between the regular version, the Office, the Business Edition or the Student Edition, are the templates that it comes with.
Okay.
And so if you're doing an essay, you're doing a report, it'll sort of give you guidelines of what you need your report. You need the introduction, you need the body, of course you need the conclusion. It'll give you templates for layouts. It give you suggestions. It obviously won't do your report for you, but it really makes it easy to do a report or a book report that you need to do for school.
God, the kids have it good these days.
Oh, it's so easy, so easy.
Remember, of course, in my day, actually, I had to go to the library and pull out research books and do stuff like. Does anybody even do that?
The microfilm and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's right. I was just reading stuff off walls of caves.
You had symbols. Is that what was going on? And the cool thing is with the new 2007 edition, they've changed the menu system. It takes a little getting used to. It's a bit of a learning curve, but once you get used to it, it's hard to actually go back to the older versions where they've called the new system the ribbon system. So they've got a ribbon at the top of the screen, and basically it sort of learns the type of controls that you normally use, right, and that you use on a regular basis, and allows you to put those controls on top.
Okay.
So if you're editing and pasting quite a bit and you're copying quite a bit or you're just doing print previews quite a bit, it'll put it at the top. Very cool. If you need help, you can push a button. It'll actually take you to the Microsoft website, and there's how-to videos there.
Oh, wow. Good feature.
Tell us about the Sony e-reader.
One of my favorite products here now. We're speaking about how books have changed. I used to go to the library and for the encyclopedia. You get about 160 books on this tiny little device. It's half an inch thick. And it gives you, it's got a 6-inch screen there. You can just take a look at that. Yeah. It's basically an electronic book.
This is Wuthering Heights you got here.
Yeah, that's Wuthering Heights, yeah.
This is the entire book.
That's the entire book on there.
So Chapters probably isn't very happy with this kind of invention.
Well, no, maybe not for long. But the funny thing is Amazon in the States actually sells their own book now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the whole book just there on screen.
That's the whole screen. And there's a page button at the bottom that you can just push left and right to change the pages. Now, the cool thing, this is using a new technology that will refresh the page. It'll actually put the text onto the page and then turn the power off. So while you're reading the page, it's not actually using any power, or it's using very, very minimum power. Mm-hmm. So you get about 7,500 pages on one charge, and it's a rechargeable battery. So you just hook it up to your computer, right, and it'll recharge itself.
How perfect is that for on an airplane or something like that?
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not backlit, so you do need a light.
Yeah.
But I mean, in normal room light, it's very good contrast.
Okay, we got time for a couple more here, Akash. Let's go to the LG 300 notebook.
Of course, if you're using all these products, you need to have a computer to use it on. Right. And why not have a stylish notebook? The E300 will give you it's a high gloss finish on it. Comes in several colors. Comes in lime, pink, and black. So you can make your statement as you need to in school. And it's got a 1.3 megapixel camera. So great if you're on campus and you want to communicate with friends or family back home, you can communicate. Biggest thing on it, it's got an HDMI output. So if you do bring it back to your dorm or to your room, mm-hmm, you can actually output it to an HDMI input, so a high-definition TV. Gives you that ability to do. Mm-hmm. And then you'll see that more and more in laptops, but this is one of the first ones to do it, and it's under $1,000.
Very quickly, let's talk about the Kodak ESP5 printer.
This is one of my favorite printers because this is what Kodak's taken the stand on cost of printing. Yeah. And they're saying that the most expensive part of owning an inkjet printer is the ink. Mm-hmm. So what they've done is they've actually designed the ink. The actual ink head is in the printer itself. It stays there, and just replacing the ink cartridges itself. And the ink cartridges are about $15 compared to about $40 for other manufacturers. And that's what they really stressed on, that fine, you buy the printer, but sometimes you won't pay almost as much for the ink as you do for the printer itself.
Yeah, and that's what my case is. My printer for my computer at home, it's a color printer. It's out of ink, and it literally, I might as well just go buy a new printer. It's the same price.
Exactly.
For the new cartridge.
And one thing you got to be really careful of. If you open your ink and you don't use it for 3 to 4 months, it'll dry out, and you need to get new ink, even if you haven't used it.
Okay.
So the second benefit of doing it the way that Kodak has done is you're not actually recycling the print head every time. That stays with the printer. You're only actually recycling the cartridge that holds the ink.
Okay.
All the information that Akash talked about, you can get at radio1410.com, and you can also click onto his website, andnowyouknow.net. Good stuff as always, Akash.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks, guys.
Akash Stablock, you can see him on Breakfast Television on City TV.